My name is Jeffrey Serio, and I'm with Consortium Networks, and I'm joined here with Will Howe from CrowdStrike. We are here to give you a tech tip on how to set up a connector in NextGen SIEM and Cribl. This is part of the C4 webinar that will be taking place on June 12th, linked below. I'll just go ahead and pass it over to Will so we can get started.
Thank you, Jeffrey. So let me start by sharing my screen. And when you log into the Falcon console, that activity screen is probably what you will see. So you go to NextGen SIEM, data onboarding, and that brings you to the data onboarding screen. And from here, you come to the bottom right-hand side that says Add Connection. Click on that. That will give you a list of connectors. And the one that we want today is Cribl. So the easier thing to do is just type in Cribl and do a search. And that brings us the Cribl connector. Selecting it gives us the option to configure a new connector. If you click that and start configuring it, so Crowlite is the vendor that we are working with today, even though it's coming from Cribl. So we're typing Crowlite for both. And once you have that, you give it a connector name, something that reflects what the connector is doing. So in this case, we have a connector that's specifically for this block. And as always, good to have a description that what this particular connector is doing. So once you have all this configured, the next thing you have to do is to select a parser. Parser is what normalizes the data. And we have specifically extended a parser specifically for Crowlite and C4. So this is the one that we're going to use that extends the official connector that is with Crowlite. Once you have everything configured, click Save. And you will get the option of generating a series of API keys and also a URL that you can use to configure the connector on the Cribl side. Clicking that, this is the API key that you will use. We'll copy that and then share it on a chat with Jeff so that he knows what the token is going to be. And at the same time, we're going to say URL. And this is the URL where the connector, where the configuration is going to be used on the Cribl site. And this is the only place you will ever see this piece of information again. Once you close this, the information is gone. And if you ever need it again, you will have to regenerate a new one. And that's all it takes to configure the data connector on the Cribl site. So I'm going to stop sharing and pass it back to Jeff.
Awesome. Thank you, Will.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go on the Cribl side from the NextGen SIEM side. We're going to do the other part of this. So you simply just go to Stream. Then you go to your group. My group is default hybrid. Then you simply go to Routing and then Quick Connect. The good thing about Cribl is that a lot of it is intuitive and like drag and drop. So we want a destination, we add a destination. You'll see a bunch of pre-built destinations. There is one for NextGen SIEM, so you just type in Falcon. I find that to be the easiest way to get there. And then you select Falcon NextGen SIEM. Both of these will work, but Falcon NextGen SIEM is better. It's optimized for that platform. Okay. Then you just give it a name. So we're just going to use our naming convention, NGSIEM, Corelight, and then blog, so that it's obvious that this is for the blog post. Okay. We'll just say tech tip example destination. As the description, it's always recommended to add a description. Then I'll go into the chat and use the information that Will gave me. This is where the URL goes. Okay. Then request format. The NextGen SIEM expects a JSON formatted object to go through for the connector. So it's already set up for that. So you have to set it to be JSON formatted. That's simple. Okay. Then you grab the token. Now remember, as Will said, he grabs this for me, but if you forgot to do this part, you have to go back to the connector and regenerate it. You enter that in there, you save it. Okay. Now you need to give it information. Here is our source object, and that's the Cribl, the Corelight source. You simply click on the plus, then you drag it over to the destination. You select the pack, pipeline, or pass-through. Pass-through just means the data goes through. Whole pipeline is, we'll do some customization, and pack is basically a collection of pipelines. Then you select the pack that you want. That's the one that we're doing. And we are done. Then you simply commit and deploy, add in your notes, and then you should see the data going through to the next gen SIEM. All right. So that, as I said at the beginning, it's very easy to set up these connectors. So please come and join us on June 12th with the 4 companies of C4. So that's Consortium, CrowdStrike, Cribl, and Corelight to see a better together story on how we work and how you can see more with C4.